Hello, everyone. It's Thursday, 3rd of February, and we have a practice today where I'd like to focus on the glutes and the core muscles. And we will start today with a meditation. So you can come seated on a pillow, or you may also come into a chair. You can also stand. Get yourself into a position that's comfortable for you. So one of the most important parts of meditation is our focus. So I like to think about this as a bird flying. So one wing is our focused attention, and our other wing is non-judgment. So it means that no matter what you're focusing on, even if you have a good thought about it, we avoid judgment. Okay, so just giving a quick example, the blue sky meditation, we think about the blue sky all around us, and we avoid thinking, oh, blue sky is beautiful. Even though it's a positive thing, we need to be completely non-analytical, because this is what helps to calm down the nervous system. Okay, so getting into a comfortable position, keeping your spine tall. Begin taking slow breaths in and out through the nose. And gently close your eyes. Good. So as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in awareness. Just becoming aware. And as you breathe out, soften. Soften your mind, soften your body. Breathe in, just become aware. Open. And breathe out, you soften. Even if thoughts come in and out, while you breathe in and breathe out, it's fine. Just bring yourself back to being aware as you breathe in and softening as you breathe out. At the next breath in, see if you can bring this awareness all the way down to the tips of your fingers. And breathing out, soften. And at the next breath in, take the awareness and bring it down to the tips of your toes. And as you breathe out, soften. At the next breath in, bring the awareness into the whole backside of your body. And as you breathe out, soften. And now at your next breath in, the whole front of the body, face, throat, chest, tummy, just awareness. And as you breathe out, soften. Good. Open your eyes now. Bring your hands to your heart center. Interlace the fingers and push the palms skyward. Lengthen out your whole body. Yes. Breathe out, keeping the length, and breathe in again. Lift a little taller. Breathe out, lean to your right, stretching out the left-hand side of the body. Breathing in, rise back up. Breathe out, lean to your left, go right over, stretching out the right hand side. That's it. Breathe in and lift. This time, just bring the palms together and the thumbs go into the upper back. Lift your chin. See if you can open the throat, opening up the chest, armpits. Lengthen your belly. Another deep breath in. And raise your arms. Bring your hands down in front of your heart center. Good. If you're seated on the floor, roll over, come up on all fours. If you're standing or on your chair, let's get onto all fours, onto our mats. So hands can be underneath the shoulders, knees can be underneath the hips. Allow your low back to curve, lifting the chin. You want to find a double S curve in your spine. So you've got the curve in at the neck, out at the upper back, in at the lower back, and out at the very, very low part of the back towards the coccyx. Sink back and forth a few times, just back and forth. And this is prepping a lot of the lower body joints for movement, as well as you may feel it in the wrists and the shoulders. Then coming back to neutral, take a deep breath in and go more into a curve with the spine. Let your chest sink, let the chin lift, let the low back sink as well. And as you breathe out, round everything, tuck the chin, look to your belly button, tuck your tailbone under. Breathing in, let's curve, looking skyward, opening up the whole front body, and breathe out and round. So keep going with this. This is cat and cow. And as we did a meditation, short meditation, just at the beginning of class, you can actually turn all of these movements into meditation. In fact, the whole class can become meditative for you. Just bringing awareness into what's going on in your body, awareness of your breath and movement, and awareness as to how you're feeling. Without judgment, without any judgment. Open up your knees now and sink back onto your heels, reaching your hands farther out in front of you. Bring your forehead down, and we get into a nice open child's pose. Take some deep breaths in child's pose. See if you can get the low back to stretch a bit, the hips to open a little bit more. Your hands reach far out in front of you. And let's come up onto our hands and knees again. And we're going to start out the class with crouching cat. So tuck your toes under and lift to crouching cat. The reason why I like to do crouching cat rather than down dog in the beginning is crouching cat tends to respect the joints a lot more. Okay, so we have our toes on the floor, both balls of the feet are down, the knees bend and the ankles bend. The hips lift and the femur bones move backwards. Your chest lifts, your head lifts to get that engagement into the head and neck to avoid the forward head position. Let's turn both knees to the right and bounce down, bringing the hips back. 3, 2, last one. Now we'll turn the knees to the left and bounce. Get the hips going back. Again, staying with awareness, awareness in the body. Bring your knees back forward and open your feet as wide as your mat. Begin walking your hands back, touching the fingertips on the floor in front of you. Arms can be straight, hips moving way back in a deep open squat. Now let's bounce here. Hips go down and up. 5, lift your chin. 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, here's the last one. Then lift up, bringing your hands onto your thighs. Here we have an opportunity to get very long through the side body. So hands just above the knees, straighten your arms as much as possible, and lift your chest away from your hips. Now let's bring the right shoulder forward. Turn your head to look over the left shoulder. Hold for a moment, taking a few deep breaths, getting long through the side body. Hips staying pushed back behind you. Come back to center, and let's change. Left shoulder goes forward, look over the right. Hold, take a few deep breaths. Hips still moving back. Come back to center. Now, keeping the knees bent in this small squat position, keep your hips moving back. Lift your chest as if you want to come to standing. This is going to create a big curve in the low back. It helps to stretch the belly and open the belly. Raise your arms in front of you. You can curl the fingertips if you wish, and we'll bounce down in a deeper squat and come back up. It's really going to heat you up now. Let's go for 10. Sinking down, hips go back, arms lift as you sink down. Yes, that's it. Another 5. Keep the belly long, keep the chin lifted. Look far off in front of you. 2 and 1. Lower your arms, step your feet in, and then step your feet with awareness to the front edge of your mat. Separate your feet hip width. Have the knees soft. Keep the knees nice and soft. Lift your chest, keeping the hips back. Gently bring your hands to your heart center. Okay. Lifting the chin. When we come back to this perfect posture, be sure your eyes go to the horizon. So your chin is lifted, your neck stays long. And let's get moving. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms and stretch skyward. As you fold, the elbows come to knees, the hips go back. You get into that squat again. Hands come down and step back to a plank position. Staying here in plank, look forward. Take a deep breath in. Breathe everything out. Let's lower the knees and bring the chest gently to the floor. Point your toes, lengthen your legs behind you. Rise to a little cobra, opening up the throat, open the chest, open the belly. Bring your chest back down, push up onto the hands and knees. Tucking the toes. Now you can take either down dog or crouching cat, completely up to you. Keep your head lifted a little bit to prevent that forward head position. And let's raise the right leg. Just hold it up here. 3, 2, 1. Swing the leg halfway up the mat. Then begin stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs, lift the chest. We're in a squat position now. Raise your arms by your ears. Holding 3. Deep breaths, hips go back. Get the weight in the centers of the feet and come up to standing and re-find your perfect posture. Arms by your side, straight to engage the triceps, chest lifted, chin lifted, hand to heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in, rise up. Folding, elbows to knees, coming right down. Step back to your plank position. We hold in the plank, observing how we're feeling. Engage nicely into the arms and the legs. Lower your knees down, lower the chest. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs, rise to a cobra. Bring your chest back down, pushing up onto the hands and knees. Take your down dog or crouching cat. Left leg lifts. Hold it up here. Focus on your breath and on non-judgment. Swing the left foot forward, then the right. Coming to the front edge, bend your knees, hands to thighs. This is going to help the back. Lift the chest, getting into that squat position. Arms by your ears. Holding, set your gaze at the horizon. And up to standing, find the perfect posture. Triceps engaged. Hands to your heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in, rise. Go ahead and fold, hands come down. Step back to your plank position. Let me have a look. Yes, good, Ivana. Hold it here, lift your chin, everyone. Good. Beautiful. Bring your knees down now. Going all the way down to the floor. Excellent, Jane. Point your toes, rise to a beautiful cobra. Wonderful. Bring your chest back down. Good, Agnieszka. Push back, down dog. Crouching cat. Raise your right leg. Hold it there. 3. That's it. Good. 2. 1. Step your right leg forward, then the left. Excellent, ladies. Okay, get into the chair. Set your hands to your thighs to help yourself up. Yes, now stretch your arms straight by your ears. Yes, good. Holding. 3, 2, 1. That's great. Come up to standing. Straighten those arms to get those triceps. Yes, and let's go again. Deep breath in, rise up. Beautiful. Folding forward, elbows to knees. That's it. Stepping back to a plank. Hold the plank. Chin lifted, everyone. Chin lifted. Yes. Good. Bring your knees down. Move yourself down. Take a cobra. And push back, down dog or crouching cat. Excellent. Left leg comes up. Stay with awareness. Just observe. Observe what's going on. Swing the left leg forward, stepping forward, getting into your chair. Hands onto your thighs to lift. And then chair, arms by your ears. Lift your eyes to the horizon. Good job, ladies. Now up to standing. Here we go. We're going to add on to everything. Hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, rise. Elbows go down to knees, and let's step back to a plank position. From plank, lower your right knee to the floor. Open up to your left and raise your left leg. I want you to pulse here, working the side glutes. Lift the leg up, pulse it, lengthen out the waist so you feel yourself getting expansive. Pulse the leg up. 2 more. That feels good. 1 more. Foot comes back down. Bring both knees down and move yourself to the floor. Point your toes, rise up to cobra. Bring your chest back down, push back, down dog or crouching cat. Raise your right leg up. Now, ladies, we're going to do a circle with the right knee. So bring the right knee towards the shoulder, up and around. Down, towards the shoulder, up and around. Nice big circle. 1 more. Now swing the foot halfway up the mat, stepping it forward. Bend your knees low, lifting up to the chair. Raise your arms by your ears, and we're going to pulse down a little bit lower here. Pulse down. 3, that's it. 2, get the hips back. 1, up to standing, legs straight, arms straight. Perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in, rise. Folding, elbows to knees, going right down. Stepping back, get your plank position. Lower your left knee. Raise your right arm. Raise the right leg. Pulsing here. Get the side glute. At the same time, pull your chest away from your hips. Nice, gentle curve in the back. 2 more pulses. Now bring the hand down. Bring both knees down. Move yourself down to the floor. Pointing your toes, rise to a cobra. Push back. Down dog or crouching cat. Left leg rises. Stay with a long, strong back. Let's bring the knee down and around in a circle. Up and around 3 times. Stay with your breath and your awareness. Now bring the foot halfway up the mat. Stepping forward. Knees bend low. Hands to thighs. Help your back. Arms by your ears, and we pulse down here, low, 3, that's it. Lengthen your belly, 2, that's it. 1, up to standing. We're gonna go 2 more rounds, same thing. Hands to your heart center. Let's go, deep breath in. Elbows come to knees, all the way down. Stepping back to a plank position. Right knee comes down, open up to the left. Raise your left leg and pulse it here. Lifting, lift your chest, get proud. Feel long, getting taller. Yes, bring the hand down, bring both knees down. Move yourself to the floor, rising up to cobra. Pushing back, down dog or crouching cat. Right leg lifts. Nice big circles. Bring the knee towards the floor, towards the shoulder, up and around. Focusing on the hip, ladies. Keep the hips lifted. 1 more. Now swing the right foot forward. All the way forward. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs. Arms by your ears, and let's go. Squatting down. Woo! This is gonna be good for skiing. If anybody's skiing in the next couple of weeks, 1 more pulse down, all the way up to standing. Find your perfect posture. Hands to heart center. Let's go. Last round. Deep breath in. Folding and forward and down. Whew. Stepping back to the plank. Yes, bring your left knee down. Right arm goes up. Lift your right leg and let's pulse. Good smile, Ivana. Lift and pulse. Yes. Get expansive. Lift the chest. Keep the head lifted. Beautiful, ladies. Really good. Okay. Bring the foot back down. Hand comes back down. Knees can step back and move down to a cobra. Let's go. Yes. And push back, down dog or crouching cat. Now the left leg lifts. Hold it up there. And let's go for those 3 circles. Down and around. 3, looking good. 2, excellent, Jane, so good. 1, now swing it forward, halfway up the mat, all the way up the mat. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs, arms by your ears. Here we go for those little pulses. Good for that shoes in skiing. Yes, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing, arms by your sides. Excellent, ladies. Bring your hands to your hips now. Raising your right leg, bending your left knee, swing your chest forward and the right leg goes back. So here is some beautiful glute work, just here. It's going to be contracting the right glute. Stretch your arms by your body like you want to touch the right foot. Lift your chest, feel like the ribs are pulling away from the hips. And I want you to press here with the right foot behind you. Press it up. 5. Lengthen the heart forward. 4. 3. Get strong. Left leg is working 2. 2. And 1. Come up to standing. Straighten the legs and release. Whew. Hands to hips. Lift your left foot. Bending the right knee. Same thing. Other side. Lift the leg up behind you. Both knees are bent, okay? This is important. This gets into the glutes. Stretch your arms by your sides like you want to touch that back foot. Pull the heart forward and let's go, pressing up. 5 times. 4, standing leg bent. 3, 2, and 1. Up to standing. Hands to your hips again. Step your right leg in a small step back behind you. Okay? Now, these are lunges, but the lunges are a little bit different than what we're used to. So I want you to reach your arms out in front of you, and you're going to reach your hips back like you want to sit on your right heel, very low, and then come back up. So let's go for this. Sinking down, use the legs, use the glutes, coming back up. Again, sinking down and coming back up. Breathe deeply. Become aware of what's going on in your hips, in your legs. This is very good. Functional work for the glutes. 2 more. Sink down and up. Last one. down, and then push off your back leg to come stepping forward. Bend both knees, hands to your hips, left foot goes back. So the heel's a little bit up off the floor. It's not a big step back. It's about 30 to 40 centimeters. Chest is lifted, arms stretched out in front of you. Here we go. Sinking down towards the back heel, like you're gonna sit on the back heel. Come back up, that's it, good. Sinking down, keep the chest lifted. Breathe deeply. Keep the hips engaged and pushing back. 2 more. Woo, 1 more. And push off the back foot, come into standing, good. Hands to your hips, bend your right knee, bring it out to the side. So a little reprieve here. Tree pose. You can be at the ankle, a little bit higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh. Ideally, your leg is at about 45 degrees compared to your hips. So 45-degree angle. Arms up, lift your chest. Stay strong in your standing leg. Lift your eyes at the horizon, that's it. Good, Ivana. And then the hands come down and lower the leg. Beautiful, very good. Changing sides, bend the knee, 45-degree angle. At the ankle, higher than the kneecap or the inner thigh. Raise your arms up, V position with the arms. Lift the chest, lifting the ribs away from the hips. Lift the eyes. That's it. Nice, Jane, very good work. All right, bring the hands down to the hips and come on down. Good job. Stepping back to the front edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center, and just for 30 seconds, bring your awareness to the sensation in your hands. Closing your eyes, observe the sensation in your hands. Very nice. Just this short exercise gets you into the creative side of your brain, just coming into sensation. Open your eyes, take a deep breath in and rise. Let's go, bringing the elbows to knees, folding forward. Step back to your plank position. Now, ladies, we're gonna hold the plank. If you find that this is too much on your wrists or your shoulders, you can lower your knees. Alternatively, you could come onto your elbows, and maybe on your elbows it's too easy, then you could lift your knees again. So find what's gonna work for you, okay? Raise your right leg up. Bring it out a little bit to the side to get the side glute. Bring it back and lower it down. Same thing, left leg. Up, out to the side, back again, lower it down. Right leg, again, keep your head lifted, out to the side, back, and lower. Left leg, stay with it. Even though it may be difficult, this is where you get the reward at the end. Let's go right leg last time. Out, in, and down, left leg, last one. Woo! Bring it down, knees come down, sink back. You can open your knees and come into child's pose. Rest for a little bit. Perfect, ladies. Coming back up on your hands and knees. Bring both knees to one side of your mat and come sitting on one hip. So ideally it's on the side where you're facing the device, okay? You're gonna take your top leg, and actually we're gonna bring first our lower arm down onto the elbow. Lengthen the belly so you lift the chest away from the hips. You'll raise your top leg. Right away, you're gonna feel, wow, there's a very big work going on in the side glute. The upper arm can come to the floor. What I like to do is to spider the fingers. So there's the support there, but not too much weight on the upper arm. So let's go. Let's lift the leg in little pulses. The side glutes are the best friends forever of the hip socket. So if you have any issues in your hips, every once in a while you feel the fronts of your hips aching, or after sitting for a long time at work, you feel your hips aching, you need your side glutes to be activated and strong because they keep the femur bone in the hip socket properly, okay? They keep it locked in there properly. And that's what we're doing now. So keep the leg up now, keep it up, and we're gonna stretch the leg straight and back again. Here we go, straight and back again. Woo! Straight and back again. And just as part of my experience, almost everyone is weak in the side glutes because we sit for too long in chairs, all right? We need to move as often as possible. And this really helps as therapy for the hips. Last one. Yes, okay, from here, bring your hands down, come up onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna get into a nice stretch, which is quite new. So bring the left ankle forward and the left knee goes to the side, okay? This is the replacement for pigeon pose. You will lower down your elbows. Ooh, that is delicious. And you'll press your hips back. You'll get a nice curve in the low back and you should feel a very big stretch going on in that hip. Take some deep breaths. So that's the hip that we just worked. Should be the one that you just worked on. And this posture, by the way, is called Falcon Pose. Goes nicely with my meditation with the bird and the two wings. Focus and non-judgment. Hands come down. All right, let's uncross. And now you're going to switch sides. You can just switch sides facing your device, or you bring your knees to the opposite side, however you feel. Come down onto the elbow, lengthen the chest, lengthen your neck. Knees are bent to start, and the top arm makes a little spider hand just in front of you, just for support. Let's lift the upper leg. Here we go. Lifting higher, pulsing up. And again, this is working that side glute, okay? There's more going on here. We're also working the oblique muscles, which help to tighten the waist, okay? The oblique muscles are like our natural corset. It keeps the waist small and strong and tight. They also help to protect the low back. All right, good. Now keep the knee up and let's straighten and bend. Here's where I really start to feel, wow, the side glute as well as the leg. This is the IT band, which starts to work. And this is all very good stuff. If you're a walker, a hiker, or a runner, these types of exercises are to do almost every day to keep the hips and the knees healthy. Good, another 3 pulses. Keep the leg up. 3, 2, last one. Ah, good. Bring the knee down. Coming up onto your hands and knees again. Falcon pose with that leg you just worked. So cross it in front. Elbows come down and whoo, you should really feel it. Let the hips tilt up, let your back curve. Keep your chin lifted. And just become aware again of your breath. Bringing your hands down, lift your chest, uncross, and let's walk the knees back and come down onto our bellies. So bring your feet hip width or a little bit wider. Point your toes as strongly as possible. Hands come under the chin or the forehead, and we'll lift both legs up. So this is a good old school yoga posture. Keeping both legs up is going to engage the muscles in the back, the low back, the glutes, as well as the backs of the legs. Reach your right arm out in front of you and lift your right arm. Then bring it back underneath the head. Raise your left arm out in front of you and lift. Back down. Now you can do one arm at a time, depending on how your back feels, or you can do both. Reach, lift, bring them back for support. Again, reach, lift, back for support. If you want to, just one at a time. We have two more. Reach, lift, back and support. Last one. Reach, lift, and bring the legs back down, hands under the forehead. Move your hips from side to side. Wonderful. Very, very good. Relaxing through the low back. And you can relax the head and the neck as well. Bend your knees now. Set your fingers on top of your heels. So this is the new and improved bow pose. You're going to lift your head, chest, shoulders, and lift your feet into your hands. Your knees will peel up, maybe a little bit the lower thighs, but that's it. This works the back and the backs of the legs in a functional way without pushing on the hips. Take two more deep breaths in. And come on down, hands under the shoulders, push onto the hands and knees. Woo! Walk the knees to one side. Let's come to a seated position. Good job, everyone. Hands behind the thighs. Let's roll down onto the back. Okay. For our bridge poses, we're going to do all four. First one, hamstrings. Walk your feet away from you, knees are slightly bent, toes pointing up. Just give yourself a little check that the knees and the hips and the feet are in straight lines. So the tops of your hip bones, you could draw a straight line down to your knees and to your feet, and there would be two perfectly parallel lines. Arms by your sides, lift your hips up. Pull the heels towards you. Now this is an isometric contraction. If you want to go farther, if this is way too easy and you want more, lift your right knee up, bring it back down, lift your left, bring it back down. If you're not lifting the legs, just stay and breathe. Left leg again. One more time each side. Aware of what's going on, notice the work in the hamstrings. Now bring the hips back down. Whew. Step your feet in. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. This one is also amazing for the perineum and the glutes, the back glutes, okay? The gluteus maximus. So you want to press your feet against each other and lift your hips up. So already you should feel a nice big contraction in the thighs and the glutes. See if you can also contract the perineum, pull it towards each other, the two sides of the perineum in. For men who might be following this, of course, you're going to contract the perineum together, front and back, okay? Here we go, we're going to lift higher. 10, squeeze, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips down. Bring your feet flat, knees hip width. Third bridge pose. Lift the hips back up. And here we're working a lot the perineum and the inner thighs. We squeeze the knees together and apart. Okay, together and squeeze inner thighs and perineum up and apart. Here we go. 10, 9, keep breathing. Stay with your awareness. Just observe without judgment. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. That's it, ladies, good. Bring the hips back down. Little breather. Now set your feet, set your elbows into the floor, and we're going to take our classic yoga bridge. Lift your hips up, and we hold. It's an isometric position. Most postures in yoga are isometric, where you get into the position and you hold, okay? Doing a mixture of both, the isometric as well as the isotonic, where you're pulsing, makes for a perfectly well-rounded workout for the body. If you would like to take full bridge, you could set your hands now, come to the crown of your head and move up to full bridge, or you stay in half bridge. 3 more breaths, everyone. Good. Raise your arms over your head. If you're in full bridge, come down to half bridge, and everyone raises the arms over the head. Lower the back down, 1 vertebra at a time. Go slowly, slowly. Yes. When the back is all the way down, separate your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees fall to your right. Reach your left arm far behind the head. Good. Lifting your left knee first, right knee follows. Let your knees go to the left-hand side of the mat. Reach your right arm far behind you. Lift your right knee first, left knee follows. Okay. Bring both knees up to the chest and rock a bit from side to side. Roll onto one side where you can see your device, where you can watch the next exercise. Bring your lower arm straight out in front of you. So this is support for the upper body. Your top leg goes straight out to the side, okay? Out, as if you're standing on the wall. Bring your top arm behind the head. If you're not sure, have a look, okay? These are side sit-ups, extremely efficient for your obliques, as well as the grand droit, or the rectus abdominis, which is the six-pack, okay? Watch what I do if you're not sure about it. Take a deep breath in, and you're going to lift up, bringing the elbow and the knee towards each other. And you come back down. Believe it or not, you have the strength to be able to do this. It looks interesting and it looks hard, but you have the strength. You can gently press into the lower arm if you wish. Here we go. We're going to go for 5. Lifting, breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, take a rest, decide. We're going to do another 5. You could do it with one leg, or you could stretch both legs out. Ready? Deep breath in. Breathing out. 5. Keep the belly strong. 4, 3. Ooh, this is awesome. 2. Ay, ay, ay. 1. Woo! Bend your knees. Come onto your back and move your head from side to side to relax the neck. Now we're going to switch sides. You know which side you just worked. So either you could switch on your mat, or you can just roll to the opposite side. Let's go. Lower arm stretched out in front of you. Top leg stretched as if you're standing. Top arm behind the head to support. We do the first 5 with one leg. Take a deep breath in, lifting. 5. Here we go. 4. Yeah, that's it. Good. 3. Stay with it, ladies. 2. 1. Okay. Stretch both legs now, or you stay with the 1. Here we go. Last 5. 5. 4. breathe out as you lift. 3, nice and strong, stay with it. 2, you're stronger than you think. 1, yes. Bend your knees, come rolling on your back. Whew. Bring the knees up to the chest and rock from side to side. Well done. Okay. Next, bring your knees at 90 degrees. All right. Arms can either be behind your head resting or stretched behind your head in a diagonal position. All right. Choose for you which is going to be best. Be sure that your back is supported with the abdominals. If you feel like the back is straining, bring your knees a little bit closer to your chest. If you can have your knees at 90 degrees compared to your hips, here's where you're working the most, okay? We're going to stretch the right leg out as far as possible and then bring it back in to 90 degrees. Left leg as far as possible. Yes. Bring it back in 90 degrees. The back is supported. Right leg. Bring it back. If it's too much, you could also bring your hands underneath your hips and just stretch the legs out one at a time. That will also help to support the low back. Right and left. Now, if this was far too easy, do both legs. If it's too hard, just do one leg and decide where your arms are going to be. Good. Keep it going. We've got 4 more. Woo! Strong belly. Lift the chest away from the belly. Keep breathing. Yes. 2 more. Excellent. Here's the last one. Ay, ay, ay. Bring the knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Well done. Good. All right. Bring your left foot onto the floor. Keep your back curved so there's still space behind your low back. And stretch your right leg to the sky. Let's make a big circle with the foot, releasing any tension in the ankle, foot, toes. Change the direction of the circle. Yeah, good. Now, flex your foot. Straighten your leg as much as possible so you can get a stretch down the back of the leg. If you need to, you could pull the leg farther towards you to get more of a stretch, but avoid rounding the back, okay? Because once we round the back, the stretch gets into the back and we don't need the stretch there. We want the stretch down the back of the leg. See as well if you can grab the leg and root it down into the earth. Keeping the chest and throat open, the jaw relaxed. Good. Crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, lift both legs, grab around the legs and pull them towards the chest. Here we get a nice release into our hips. And as you stretch, you can come back into that meditation where on one wing, you've got awareness, and on the other, non-judgment. Bring your left foot to the floor, keeping the legs crossed. Let your knees fall to your left and stretch your right arm out to the side in a spinal twist. Uncrossing right knee, and then the left knee follows. Let's roll back onto our backs. Keeping the knees bent, back curved. Raise your left leg. Grab behind the thigh, and let's go for a nice circle with the foot. Change the direction of the circle. Good. Then flexing your foot, see if you can straighten the leg completely at the knee, just with the strength of the leg. If you want a little bit more of a stretch down the back of the leg, you can pull the leg gently towards you. Maybe just a couple of centimeters is enough. Avoid giving the stretch into the low back. You want to keep the low back nicely curved and in a neutral position. All right, let's cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Lifting both up, let's pull them in towards the chest. Good, ladies. Right foot comes down, keep the legs crossed. Let your knees go to the right. Stretch your left arm out to the side for a deep spinal twist. Wonderful. Uncross, one leg at a time. Bring your knees once more to your chest. Lift your head, nose between the knees to get a nice stretch of the neck as well. And lower your head down. Bring your right foot to the right edge of your mat and stretch the leg out, just following the line of the right edge of your mat. Then your left foot at the left edge of the mat and follow the line down until you stretch the legs. Maybe shift and adjust your position. Turn your palms to the sky and begin taking deep, slow breaths. And once again, coming back to that meditation. Anything you do in life can be meditative, and you can benefit from meditation. Improving sleep, it improves digestion, it improves your focus, it reduces anxiety, and reduces the effects of depression as well. So as you breathe in, bring yourself in a state of full awareness. And as you breathe out, soften, softening the different parts of your body, softening your mind, your thoughts. Breathing in full awareness and breathing out to full softness. Offer yourself another 30 seconds of relaxation. Now begin breathing more deeply into your belly. Expand and release. And let's begin moving our fingers and our toes. When you're ready, raise your arms up over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. Good. And then bring your knees to your chest, squeezing the knees against the chest. If you'd like, rock from side to side. And then rolling completely onto your right-hand side. Set your hands down and push down into the floor to lift up. Good. Coming to an easy seated position. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face, stimulating the muscles. Tap around the eyes. It's stimulating the flow of lymph as well. And let's shake out. And let's do that again. Rub your hands together. And this time, just palm your face. Bring the palms of the hands right over the face. Closing your eyes. Put a gentle pressure against the face. And then slowly bring your hands away from the face. Hands come to the heart center. Wishing you all a fantastic afternoon. Take care of yourselves. Namaste. Thanks very much.